Oh shit! There goes the franchise!
I am such an awesome guy. I make so many videos.
Hello there, Price of Reason here with a special report. It's been a while since we've heard Slippery Weasel and director Rian Johnson make ridiculous statements about his disastrous Disney Star Wars movie, The Last Jedi. But now, as part of the promotion for his upcoming direct-to-Netflix movie, Johnson is back, and more pompous than ever. History has not been kind to The Last Jedi. The divisive movie, which boasted the return of Luke Skywalker, should have been a Star Wars crowd-pleaser, but ended up being a divisive, anti-male extravaganza led by Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson. Upon its release, one of the biggest issues many Star Wars fans had with the movie, beyond Rian Johnson's agenda peddling, lazy storytelling, and complete disregard for Star Wars canon, was his portrayal of Luke Skywalker. Prior to The Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker was known as the biggest hero in the galaxy, but thanks to Johnson and Kennedy, Luke was now a hermit that abandoned his friends and family after trying to kill his nephew for having a bad dream. He was also physically weak, and a flawless girl with no training could easily beat him and put him in his place. To make matters worse, at the end of Rian Johnson's disaster of a movie, Luke does a forced Zoom call with his nephew and then dies of force fatigue. But now, after years of criticism, Rian Johnson has once again decided to try and reframe the narrative of his shitty movie. According to an interview in Variety, Rian Johnson is more proud today of The Last Jedi than he was 5 years ago, when it caused irreparable damage to the biggest brand in entertainment. Let's hear some of what Rian Johnson had to say.
When I was up at bat, I really swung at the ball.
Yes, Rian, you swung at it, missed completely, and then struck out.
I think it's impossible for any of us to approach Star Wars without thinking about it as a myth that we were raised with, and how that myth, that story, baked itself into us and affected us. The ultimate intent was not to strip away. The intent was to get to the basic, fundamental power of myth, and ultimately, I hope this film is an affirmation of the power of all the myth of Star Wars in our lives.
Rian, the only thing you affirmed was that you were an egotistic, opportunistic asshole that wanted to troll longtime Star Wars fans at the behest of a social activist masquerading as a studio executive, but go on.
The final images of the movie, to me, are not deconstructing the myth of Luke Skywalker. They're building it, and they're him embracing it. They're him absolutely defying the notion of throw away the past and embracing what actually matters about his myth and what's going to inspire the next generation. So for me, the process of stripping away is always in the interest of getting to something essential that really matters.
Dude, it's quite obvious that you've spent the last 5 years reading criticism of your work, but you can't politically spin your way out of this one. You, together with Kathleen Kennedy, purposely humiliated one of the most beloved characters in cinema history in order to peddle an agenda. You can be proud of yourself all you want, but you will still go down in history as one of the biggest hacks of all time, and nothing you can do will change that. You were given the reins to one of the most highly anticipated movies of all time, and you failed miserably. As a final anecdote, according to another interview that Rian Johnson gave Empire magazine today, he's still very interested in making his own Star Wars Trilogy, and will be very sad if that doesn't end up happening. While Bob Chapek has made many errors since his appointment as Disney CEO, a Rian Johnson's Star Wars Trilogy is highly unlikely to ever happen. I guess Rian Johnson will just have to stick to direct-to-Netflix movies moving forward, and perhaps that's best for everyone. If you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking on that wonderful notification bell. Thanks for watching, my friends. Thank you, and good day.
I am such an awesome guy. I make so many videos.